Assalamu alaikum boys. Today on the menu is a T-bone steak. This is for you specially in tea, as you wanted to know how to make a perfect steak. So inshallah today will be the day I will be showing you. First of all, what you'll need to cook a perfect steak is clove of garlic. So all you want to do is squash the garlic. Don't want to squash it too much, just enough to soften it up, let the oils flow out naturally out of it. I'm trying to hold the phone as well as do this with one hand, so you're gonna have to bear with me. So that garlic now is a bit squished. What we want to do is get this pan very hot, so switch on that heat. Drop of virgin olive oil, organic. This is the best stuff to use, the organic stuff. Now some olive oil just there. Remember, this is a very important part. It has to be burning hot. If the pan isn't burning hot, the steak will not lock in its flavors. You need to sear the meat to lock in them flavors. So when you start seeing a bit of a smoke coming from the pan, that means the pan is ready. But as of yet, it's still not ready. So let that heat up. This is the rest of the ingredients today, inshallah. I'm gonna make a creamy mushroom sauce to go with my steak. I've already chopped up some mushrooms. Gonna need onions for that, so a shallot ideally, and I've got some cheese. That's going to be for my peppercorn sauce. Right, this is going to be a butter steak. I can hear the pan now sizzling away, so it should be hopefully inshallah right temperature. If you don't hear the meat sizzle when you stick it on the pan, don't put it in. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's hope it is nice. Oh, that's perfect. See that sizzling away? Now, because us being Pakis, we like our food well done. We want to sear it on both sides for a minute, on both sides each. So let that just sear the meat. That will seal in all the flavors. While that's happening, I need plenty of butter, because this is going to be a butter steak. So need a good chunk of butter to put in there. Maybe slightly a bit too much there. That should do it. Don't know if you boys can remember these knives a bit. Maybe you do, Shaq, maybe you do. These are them knives that guy used to come around in every year with them knives, and that's that set I bought off him. It's alhamdulillah, it's done me very good for a while. Just make sure we can still sizzling away nice there. I've had to cook down this steak because it was way too big. So I've already chopped it from there and a bit from here just to make it a bit smaller. Way too much meat for me. I've left the rest of the meat in the freezer now for maybe another day. Still 30 seconds to go on this side. Okay, 2 minutes are up on here. Let's flip this over. Make sure it's nicely seared. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Alhamdulillah, that's beautiful. So let's have another 2 minutes on this side. What you want is both of the sides of the meat looking something like this. You gotta get that crisp looking edge, nicely brown, even maybe looks burnt in some places, but it won't be, trust me on that. It's all about the flavour getting locked into the actual steak itself. Then what we'll do with the rest of it is braise the steak. Another minute and a half on there yet. Plenty of smoke coming out. Yeah, it's one thing though, this does cause a lot of smoke in the house. So ideally you do leave your extractor fan on. Another minute to go. Then all we got to do is add in the butter, and then we baste it with the butter. I don't know how I'm going to record that, but we want to baste it with the butter on each side for about 4 minutes. That's all the steak's going to take. It's not going to take long to make. Steaks don't take long to make. The beef does cook very fast. You don't want to overcook it. If you overcook it, it'll go too hard and chewy. You want a nice soft steak. Depending on how you like it. Some people like it a bit pink. I don't. I like it cooked all the way through. Okay, now this is going up to 2 minutes again. Let's turn it down. So inshallah it's nicely seared on that side as well. Let's just flip it over and have a look. Oh yes, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's add in the butter. Make sure you got plenty of butter in there because you want the butter to actually cook the steak now. So let's put another 4 minutes on this side. Inshallah. So turn down the heat once the butter's in. Right now, just get a spoon. Put it over here a bit. Don't want too much. I can't do this with this spoon in my hand. It's going to be a bit hard. Yeah, I'm going to have to put it on pause. But the idea is to hold the pan at an angle and keep dropping the butter all over it. I'm going to have to put the phone down because I can't do it with one hand. Sorry lads, you won't get to see this part, but you shall see the steak once it's cooked. Right, we've got a bit of help now, so this is what we're doing to the steak. We're letting the butter do the work. Keep the steak nice and moist as well. Plenty of flavours locked in there. Like I said, each side, we baste it for about 4 minutes on each side, and it'll be perfect. Right, as you can see, the steak has been cooked. It needs to rest now for a few minutes. Whilst that's resting, it is actually going to cook more from inside. Until then, I need to chop up another clove of garlic. This is for the mushroom sauce. So I shall be back. Right then, very important, the fat, whatever's left from the steak, don't throw it out, don't throw it away, because there's a hell of a lot of flavour in there. So what we're going to do is use that same buttery fat from the steak to make our mushroom sauce. So in here we need to put in the shallots. Let's turn that up a bit. Let's get them shallots and the garlic in there. Just want to brown them off a little bit. Shallots are better to use because just a little bit more sweeter. This is a bit of a sweetish kind of dish, to tell you the truth. So this don't take long to make, mushroom sauce. It's very easy to make. Add in the mushrooms. Just want to sweat them down a little. I think that should be more than enough, to tell you the truth. Again, mix that all in. Get a bit of colour to it. You see it's already used up all that butter and fat from the things all soaked into here. You might need to add a little bit more in there. Maybe a little bit of butter. Throw that in there. Smells good already. The mushroom sauce goes absolutely brilliantly with the steak. And what I need to put in here is some salt. All about the pink salt, the Kashmiri salt, so just get a bit of salt. But in the seasoning is important. And some pepper. Pepper, where are you, pepper? Okay, so now need a bit of pepper in there as well. Plenty of pepper as well. Holds a lot of flavour. Give that another stir. Oof, I can smell that pepper in there now. Turn it down a little bit. Need some double cream. Where's my cream at? Where's my cream at? Yes, plenty of cream here somewhere. Ooh, Bismillah, Bismillah. Double cream just goes in there. Oops, sorry, like so. Now we just want to reduce this down a little bit for a couple of minutes just to thicken up the sauce. Doesn't need long, just a few minutes should do it. Depending on how thick you want this mushroom sauce. Oh, that smells gorgeous now. Alhamdulillah. It might just be because I got a rosa, but it does smell good. Cook away a little bit. And what else we need is the peppercorn sauce. That's a very easy thing to do because I bought a packet one and I just put my own little mod to it, and I'll show you next on what I do on that. Right boys, this is the peppercorn sauce. Now a steak will not be complete without peppercorn sauce. Just follow the instructions on the back. It's basically add milk to the sachet. It's really easy to make, but what I do is I've add my own little twist to it. Makes it a little bit more tastier to go with a steak. And my secret ingredients is cheese. That's it. Bit of cheese in there. Melt that in. Let it thicken up. And we have the most perfect, delicious peppercorn sauce. Alright lads, there's your finished product. We got peppercorn sauce there. Got our T-bone, some steak chips, some cheese, and the mushroom, creamy mushroom. This mushroom sauce is peng. You could probably just eat this with chips, it's that good. But yeah, Bismillah. Thank you. Thank you, boys. Remember to like my video and subscribe on the top corner. Thank you.